So this video is just going to go over the basics of how I organized my binder for nursing school. I used this briefly for when I was in community college doing my gen ed classes, so it's helped me really just kind of organize everything, especially since there's so many assignments and so many notes and just a lot of paper in general that you have to organize. So for the purpose of this video, I only took like a few things from my med-surg folder and I put it in the binder. It's not going to be everything just because it would be like exploding in a way. But here we go. So it's 1.5 inches. I've used 1 inch before, and I would usually put like 2 classes. I'd have 2 binders for 2 classes. But I started this last semester where I put 2 classes into 1 binder, and it really helps. Especially since they're so heavy and there's so many papers. It's just easier just to take 1 binder and keep it to that. So this is 1.5 inch binder. I don't remember where I got it from, but it's been super helpful with keeping everything together. I've actually used it the 2nd semester now of my nursing courses. So inside the binder I just have little dividers with names on them, so they kind of correlate to whatever needs to go in that tab. I don't have anything in these two, or at least I don't have them labeled. I might have stuff in there and just kind of like throw it wherever. Don't get in the habit of doing that because you might lose it. Anyways, so starting at the front, I have my checklist. Now I made a post on this on my website blog for you guys to print a template out, but this is the first thing that I see when I open the binder. That way I know like all the assignments and the readings I have to do are all right there. So next I keep the class schedule in a page protector just because it's easy to flip to, especially since we're on weeks in the session. I just can quickly flip to it and I know that it's in this page protector. It just keeps it organized and I can just flip to it real quickly. This, I've never really actually used them, but they're a great tool for like last minute studying. I printed them off of NRSNG and Nurse Labs. This is not everything. I have a full binder upstairs with everything in it. This was like the thing I got from the NRSNG clipboard that I use for clinical, so they're like little quick clinical cheat sheets. Next is the syllabus for the class. I keep it behind here and it's in kind of under the schedule tab too, just to make sure I know what's expected of me for the course. In my next tab, I have worksheets, even though there aren't any worksheets. I just keep blank paper here for when I'm doing my study sheets. I can just quickly grab a sheet and start writing down. That way I don't have to like go and find, paper and then a hole puncher and just go through all the steps of that. So this is the bulk of the binder, is the notes. So all of the notes that I've done in charts or study sheets, the colorful ones I've done where I write all the notes out, those all go in here, as well as the notes that I type out on the computer. I'm going to do another video on that because a lot of people have asked me about this, so I'm going to try my best and explain how I do it, but it all just comes down to what works best for you. As with this video, whatever works best for you, go with it. It doesn't have to be this way. It doesn't have to follow these rules, but just go with it. So my PowerPoints, I print out usually whenever they're posted, I'll print them out. I print them 4 per page, and then I do back to back. My printer is fancy and it does it for me, so I don't have to like manually do it like my old one. At the top, I write the exam that it's for. That way when I go to file it back in my file folder, I can just easily go put it in there. I also write the date that we're having that lecture on. So whenever I have like multiple PowerPoints in here and they're all stapled, I can just organize them by date. I think I posted on this on my story at one point on Instagram, but having all of the dates in order really helps me know which one is going to be pulled out for that lecture. Projects, obviously, I mean, whatever is assigned for a project will go into this tab. So this was a case study we had to do. We had to fill out like a whole care plan type of thing. So that went in here. And then the lab, I used this one for simulation. We had a sim on campus week 2 for the session, so I kept everything paper-wise in here because I don't bring this binder to clinical. I brought this binder to campus with the papers in it. So that was really helpful just to put everything into one, and that way in case I needed to like reference it on a day like I didn't have sim or like before the sim, I knew it was in my lab portion. These last 2 tabs I said were empty. I usually throw stuff in here. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But the same thing goes for like if you have a second class, if you're taking another class, or 2, 3 classes, whatever you're doing. I have the page protector for the course schedule, and then all the tabs are the same. So, but the only exception is here at the back, behind this tab, I have like a writing guide that we were given in my transition to nursing class, so it really helps with like APA. I haven't actually had to do APA in maybe a semester or 2, but that's what I keep back here. And then at the way back, I just have loose leaf paper and like the definition sheets, which quite honestly I don't use. But it's helped me out quite a bit. I would recommend organizing like this. It took me a while actually to figure out how to organize my binder in the way that worked for me, but you have to find the best system for you. So if you want these in a different order, by all means go for it. For me, it was easy just to keep everything in a system, especially for 2 classes. I could just keep it, in the same order and then just flip right to it. So, let me know your comments. Let me know if you have any questions. Leave them down below or send me a DM on Instagram. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.